is our minisode.
Hey, it's my minisode.
It's Sam's minisode of Everyone Sucks
shit.
Here with Sam, Sushie, and AJ. It is our final minisode of season 2.
Yeah.
So
we had a season.
We got seasons. We like to break these up into seasons where we occasionally change things out. And I was thinking about this, and I'm gonna make this joke again on the season finale on Wednesday. So be prepared to hear this joke, because you're
gonna recycle a joke.
I'm gonna recycle it. But like, I kind of like to think of us right now, like Everyone Sucks Here, like the podcast. I kind of like to think of us like Parks and Rec, right?
Oh,
so
God.
in the first 2 seasons, they're not bad. They're good. They get you into it. But really, everyone prefers
right?
Parks and
Only
Rec
inside
from
jokes?
season 3 beyond. You know,
Okay.
because season 3 is when things really got going. They kicked out the unnecessary bullshit. You know,
Wait, do you think we have lore now?
I think we got lore. I mean, we definitely got. I mean, we got lore that we couldn't escape from season 1, but you know.
God, right.
I'm sure season 2's got some lore. I feel like we're getting some lore. So I feel like we're gonna be hitting our real stride, you know, like coming into season 3.
Well, we have some big plans too, like to change up a couple of things here and there as well. So
Yeah.
I think you might be onto something here. I don't know if I would refer to us as Parks and Rec, because
Well, no, I'm saying Parks and Rec in the sense that because the first 2 seasons, they're not bad, they're good. Like you if you're gonna binge the show, you always watch season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
But season 3 is really when things kick off, because that's when they also introduced the fucking 2 characters and like the fucking dude that Adam Scott joins.
Is that when he joins?
I believe so, yeah. Well, technically, I think he joins towards the end of season 2, but they become like cast regulars in season 3 and beyond. But I'm just saying, and then they get rid of that one dude from the first season and the second season. The one dude that she was like, oh, like he's like he drew up the fucking plans for her, and he's just fucking gone. He just leaves. Mark. Everybody forgets about Mark.
Look, I have no idea what you're talking about. So
You didn't watch Parks and Rec?
I did, but it was like more than a year ago, so I don't remember anything
So
that
basically,
didn't involve Aubrey Plaza.
I'm just saying that, we've cast out our marks already.
Okay.
And we're bringing in the Adam Scotts, and they're the better ones.
Okay.
So that's my long-winded spiel. But we are changing things up.
So
We're going to be having bigger stories.
How do you plan to recycle this joke?
I don't know. I probably won't recycle it. I'll probably mention the joke and then not actually say it.
Great job right now.
Yeah. But as Sam mentioned, we are going to be doing some new things. Well, we talked about this before. This is Everyone Sucks Here, right? This isn't just
Mostly AJ.
It's mainly because of all the air he sucks in.
Can I finish my fucking statement? Jesus Christ. Everyone sucks here, right? It's not am I the asshole? It's not relationships. It's everyone sucks here. That's the whole point. So we're going to be doing stories that everyone sucks in. It doesn't matter where we grab these stories from. They could be anything. So we're going to be messing around with more stories like that. We're not going to pigeonhole ourselves into just these stories. So that's the big changes that are going to be expected in season 3.
Yeah, because fuck pigeons.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, fuck pigeons.
They're pretty gross.
They are gross. Fucking got fleas and shit, and they bathe in oil puddles. Nasty
fleas?
motherfuckers.
Don't
they have
fly. How do
fleas?
They get fleas?
I have no idea if they have fleas.
Got on them.
Do they get fleas? I don't think they get fleas.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but that's disgusting.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think they get fleas, but I could be wrong.
maybe.
Oh my God.
Is it
Someone
mites?
Google it.
I don't know.
I'm going to Google it right now.
Yeah, Sushi's on it.
Ask that pigeon lady who wanted to have a bunch of pigeons on the roof.
Right?
She wanted to.
Pigeons are carriers of mites, fleas, and West Nile
Hey,
virus.
see, I know my pigeon shit.
Wow. West Nile, though.
West Nile?
Well,
Pigeons can get fleas.
Well, I mean, they're always on the fucking ground. They don't ever fly off.
That's true. You're right.
I wonder, but who do they get the fleas from?
Don't know.
Who they?
The pizza rats.
the fucking pizza rat.
The pizza rats. The pizza rats.
They're in fucking cahoots. They hang out.
Yeah. So, oh my God, I don't know if the mic is picking this up or not, but Midna is over here whining
It's not even whining. She's just
stick up for her pigeon friends.
she's
okay?
talking.
She's just talking to us. I don't know what's going on.
She's so
That's a bonus.
talkative.
I don't think it's a problem. I think it's a bonus.
Yeah.
It's a bonus.
It is cute.
You guys are welcome. That's Midna on
Yeah.
the mic.
So we will. This coming Wednesday will be our last episode for season 2, and that means we're gonna be taking a couple of week break. It's not gonna be terribly long, but we will be coming back. There'll be a new minisode August 2nd. So this coming Wednesday will be our last full episode, and we're basically gonna be gone for 2 weeks. That's basically we're just taking a little 2-week vacation to breathe and work on our projects and just kind of figure out, what we're going to do going forward. And then we're going to come back on the 2nd for minisodes and full episodes.
And
again.
it's totally not for mental breakdowns at all whatsoever. So don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Certainly not mine.
Nah,
Certainly couldn't be that.
could not be that. So it is Sam's minisode. So what do you got for us?
So I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do have a Am I the Asshole?
Oh,
Because we had a submission in our new Gilded server. Welcome to Gilded. We opened up our Gilded server for our listeners, and we've had a lot of people join. So thank you guys for joining. We've had a lot of early adopters, and they got their little super special roles in there. But we've all been having a good time in there and stuff. And we got our first submission for the podcast. So thank you so much to Bonnie.
Yeah.
Bonnie? Thank you,
Yeah.
Bonnie, for this submission.
Oh yeah, Bonnie, let's go.
So, just a heads up, you should definitely join the Gilded, gilded.gg/everyone sucks here. Because if you don't want to email us, because damn, boomer, why would you email us? Emails for boomers. Get in the Gilded server and submit your stories that you want us to talk about or read on the podcast. Submit them there.
From now on, I want all emails to be written in business fashion, where you guys say things like, all right, per my last email, I was unsure if you saw my submission, so I'm just checking in to double check. With kind regards,
God.
hate
Simple
the anxiety
dipshit
that this is
64.
producing.
Right?
Nobody steal my username, Simple Dipshit 64.
Yeah, that's definitely your branding.
But yeah, please join our Gilded server. Because even during our break, we'll still be active. You can talk to us in there, and you can talk about the stories. You can talk about what's going on. You can share stuff. You can.
And I made emotes.
Yeah,
God damn
there's
it.
emotes in there, so you can rate shit. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Use the emote. So let us know. Label it "Everyone sucks here" or "You are the asshole" or whatever the fuck. Just
Yeah.
throw them in there. Use the
Fun.
emotes
I like
that
that.
I spent time and energy.
Yeah, tell 'em, go up, man, go up.
You know how hard it is to work out Illustrator.
when
Don't,
you got
but I bet it is.
when you have a character limit of 128 pixels by 128 pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get all
real.
the detail into emotes is impressive.
Okay.
honestly.
So, but yeah, this is a submission. So thank you very much for that. Am I the asshole for not letting my best friend have her wedding on my property after being uninvited?
I feel like just by the title and just by the description of this, right? I feel like best friend is a strong wording there.
Yeah.
You ever get uninvited from a wedding and still be called someone your best friend?
One of my 29 male best friends, Carla, and I already love this already because I already have Carla pictured in my mind now. 31 female is getting married soon. It's only meant to be a small backyard type of wedding, but they've been planning it for a few months now, and originally it was supposed to be on my property. They wanted it because it's private, has lots of open space for the reception, a nice view, and the house can be used for them to get ready and stuff. Of course I said yes. She and her fiance, Rick, were very happy. Thing is, Carla and I do have a history. We went out on and off in college, but decided to stay friends. Then I met my wife, we got married, Carla met Rick, and now here they are. Now, my wife knows I went out with Carla back in college, and she didn't care. Carla still went to our wedding and everything. I never knew if Rick was told or not. It's not my relationship, therefore not my business to say anything, so I never did. Rick found out recently, and not in the best way. Not sure how, but from what I heard from friends, is that one mutual friend told him, no idea why, we used to date. Not only that, but apparently Carla said a couple years ago she was still in love with me when she was already dating Rick. I don't have actual confirmation if that's exactly what he was told. All Carla's told me is that Rick was told about our past and he's angry at her for never saying anything. It became quite a drama and didn't hear from her for over a month until now. She told me they're going to couples counseling and that the wedding is still on, but Rick requested that I not attend. It sucks, but I totally get why he wouldn't be comfortable. Then I asked the obvious question, where are they going to hold the wedding then? To my surprise, she said they still want it at our place.
But you stay in your room, sir, and you don't come out until this wedding is over.
Rick said, so to, in my mind, I'm going, this is worded weird. Rick said so to, and in my mind, I'm going.
Rick said so too. They put the wrong two.
Oh. Rick said so too, and in my mind, I'm going, he doesn't want the guy who dated his fiancée years ago at the wedding, but still wants the wedding at his house. My wife and I are expected to just not be at our home that weekend, and I told Carla no. They're going to have to find someplace else since we're not going to simply leave our home to them for the weekend. Not only for safety reasons, but it just doesn't make sense. Rick doesn't want me around because he's not comfortable, but he's comfortable enough to have their wedding at my house? They really want their wedding here, though, and because of that, I've been bugged by not only her, but also Rick and some friends who think I'm being a petty asshole for not letting them have the wedding here anymore. Honestly, I don't think I am. It just doesn't make sense at all to have to leave our own place for a wedding we're no longer welcome to and leaving our home totally vulnerable. Still, being accused of sabotaging their wedding, and Rick believes it's the least I can do after everything. Am I the asshole?
How dare you date my wife before me?
Before I even met you.
So here's what they do. Here's what he does. He goes on Facebook, right, or whatever fucking anything that he has that has old pictures of him and that girl, right? Any old pictures that he has of them. He says, yeah, you can have the wedding at my place. But then you print up all those old pictures and replace all the pictures in the house with him and the old pictures. That way when Rick comes in, he sees all these pictures of you there with the wife. These are just for memory keepsakes.
So let me get this straight. So Rick doesn't want you at the wedding, but is totally okay with contacting you and telling you you're being an asshole for not allowing him to get married at your house anymore. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So Rick doesn't want anything to do with you, but is totally okay with contacting you and bothering you about where the wedding is going to be.
Yeah. Also, like, you're silent.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't even understand, like, the thought process.
Right.
Like,
I don't get it.
I don't understand why people could even think that they might be the asshole. Like, it's their house. They can obviously do whatever they do or don't want to do on their own property. It's very strange.
I get the sense that, and this is not speaking just on this one, but a lot of the ones that we see where people are like, am I really asshole for this? Is a lot of my friends are contacting me, telling me I'm being petty asshole. And I feel like...
Who are your friends?
I feel like a lot of the times, because so many people are like, hey, why are you doing this? That's a pretty shitty thing to do. People are like, am I really that shitty for setting this boundary? Like, my boundary of, this is my house and I don't want to have to be told to leave it for your wedding that I'm not even invited to anymore because somebody we know told you, your fiance, that we dated once? Like,
so
you kidding me?
What I've noticed with, like, today's culture and today's world, and I feel like all three of us have had these situations too, right? Is that, one, not only are you punished for taking the high road in situations, because, like, if you take the high road, people automatically assume just the fucking worst of you, but also, like, you are now punished if you put up boundaries, because
yes,
you're being like, you're being difficult now because you don't want to you're putting up boundaries, or because, you don't want to deal with the situation. So you're the difficult one, not the person who fucking made the problem to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, people have this weird thing where it's like, oh, so you don't want to deal with this. Now it's all on you. No, it's not on me. It's not on anybody but the person who made this a problem.
The high road is often a very lonely journey.
It's a fucking lonely journey. It's the journey that gets you shit on the most and burn at the stake the fucking most. And regardless, and there's a no-win situation here. He could take the high road and still would get shit on for this.
Yep.
Or he could put up boundaries, which also, and that's another thing too, is everyone is pressured into taking the quote-unquote high road because now apparently the high road means you're not allowed to have boundaries either. The high road also means let people walk all over you and let people get away with anything. It's like, no, dude, this is my house. This is my fucking home. Like, why would I let you here after all of this? Like,
yeah, I think another thing here is, and this is what is this like thing? What is?
It just means it's got a lot of votes.
Oh, okay. So one of the top comments here is Rick doesn't want to get married anymore, but doesn't want to be the bad guy breaking up with his fiance. So he's put her in an impossible position so he can get the sympathy when they split. And I kind of agree with this to a degree because Carla contacted him and was like, hey, we're in couples counseling, but the wedding's still on. If you're in couples counseling,
why are you getting married?
Why are you getting married?
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
That is not a good sign. I'm sorry to say it. Like, let me be 100% honest. If you're in couples counseling before you get married, it's not going to work. It's not. Like, you cannot start a marriage when there are already this many issues.
And the thing is, too, there's a lot of people at fault here. One, whoever's told him this is a piece of shit. That's like whoever told this to Rick is a piece of shit. But two, Carla is also definitely at fault here. Now, Rick is at fault because it's the past. It shouldn't be. It's whatever the fuck. I can understand him feeling a little awkward just suddenly learning that, but he should also be able to, as a fucking grown-ass man, be going, okay, well, I'm getting married to her, and also he's fucking married to his wife, and they're happy, and, you know, like, I get it, but Carla should have, especially with the relationship that they have, should have mentioned at some fucking point in time that, by the way, me and this guy used to date. Just so that shit, like, you don't bring, like, because, like, it's gonna come up at some point anyway. You can't ever avoid it.
Right.
There's no reason why she shouldn't have brought it up way, way before them getting married. Like, way the fuck beforehand. Because for her to not mention that and just to hold on to it forever, and then this guy finds out the way he did, like, he's still at fault, and he shouldn't have reacted this way anyway. But it's like, I think they both fucked up here. They both dropped the ball, and also the friend, whoever decided to open their mouth, that's not a friend, that's a shit stirrer. But
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would assume that you'd be allowed to use their house, though. That's the dumbest thing.
I don't know what.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's straight audacity. I can't be at this wedding, but you want to use my house? Hello? What?
Yeah, I think I agree with this one. It's okay to not want the guy at the wedding. So here's my point of view too, is if Rick does really and truly still want to marry Carla, I think it's okay to say, you know what, I really don't feel comfortable with Rick being there. And the only reason why I say that is because
Not Rick, the other guy.
Oh, right. The only reason why I say that is because this isn't, like you said, like, this happened so long ago, right? Like, how dare my, girlfriend, fiance date other people, right? But this is a new boyfriend. He just found out about,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's fair. But for Rick to say, but I still want the wedding at your place, that isn't fair. You should be insisting that the wedding be held somewhere else.
Yeah.
If you're insisting
if you're that bothered by it, too.
Yeah.
If you're that bothered by it, you wouldn't want it to be at the dude's house.
Because that you're going to be stuck there when you have children or whatever. When you tell people like all about your wedding, you're going to have to. Do
you want that story? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to have to lie at some point, because what are you going to say? Oh, we had it in someone's backyard. Whose? Oh, an old friend that we don't fucking talk to anymore.
How do you even explain that?
Exactly.
You're so right.
Exactly.
Is there
an update?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, you're slow with it, so.
Wow.
You are. I just want to see if there's actually updates. Yeah, there is an update.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so update. Some stuff has happened recently, and many of you wanted an update on this. I appreciate the reassurance and understanding my decision when seems that many in this situation didn't. I remained firm to my decision about not letting them use my property for their wedding, even if they changed their mind about inviting us, which honestly I don't care about anymore. Rick's family, thanks to him, got a hold of my cell, so that was more people I had to deal with. I put my foot down with Rick a few days ago and told him directly that I will go to the police and press charges for his harassment. I have all the texts and calls documented. I also had a very long talk with Carla about everything going on. She apologized for it all, and she knows it's her own fault. She decided to be the one to call things off in the end. Some of my friends still seem to think it's my fault, and I'm taking some distance from them for a while, and also from Carla after getting some confirmation on a few things that I needed to know. Whole thing is a mess. I'm only glad in the end that I didn't give in to their demands and the constant bugging has stopped. It still is a huge headache over the last few days and not the kind of drama I want back in my life. Thank you to everyone who made me feel supported in this. It helped a lot not feeling like the only other person aside from my wife who thought their demand was insane and inappropriate.
So they literally ended up calling off their entire wedding.
Good.
And also it sounds like with that line saying, I wanted some confirmation on a few things I need to know because they're taking space from Carla. It sounds like she is still in love with him in some capacity.
Yeah, she still has some feelings.
Because whomever it is that said that line about and she said that she was still in love with him even while dating this other guy, they wouldn't have had that information unless she said that.
I still, honestly, I feel like that's a separate issue.
Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, if they're getting, if he's involved and they're wanting it at his house, she's gonna try to do everything she can to be in his place or whatever too.
Yeah. But also for him to step aside from Carla because of that is confirmation in, okay, now I know that I do not need to be friends with her because that is something that's a lot of drama that he doesn't want in his own marriage.
That update was from today.
Oh my God.
That update was from 10 hours ago.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. So interestingly, there's actually one person here who said everyone sucks because claiming that the OP is maintaining strangely intimate ties with a chick who's still in love with you. Your wife seems a bit naive as well. First of all, he had no idea if she's quote unquote in love with him. Yeah. Or not. That. This is all information.
He literally just learned about it.
Yeah. And where are you getting this idea of intimate ties? They literally said they're friends. And I hate the internet.
I know. Yeah. It's because they took in between the lines and they didn't read. They just made up their own shit. That's why when he replied, he was like, "What are you basing this on?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What a wild ride.
Right?
That was a wild ride.
So what have you got for us for?
Well, I have a misconnection, AJ.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just trying to decide which one to use because I found a couple.
Well, it's the Minisode season finale, so why don't you just do both of them?
Go crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go buck wild. Do what feels right.
Okay. I stomped on your fire. You choked on a biscuit. This is from Nashville, Tennessee.
Of course it is.
Yeah, naturally.
You passed out on the grass after choking on a biscuit and slamming your car into a guardrail at Franklin and Harding. Me, driver of Silver Bug with 2 women in the car who stopped and put your car fire out. It's been a bad month, so if you would get me a new fire extinguisher, I would appreciate it. Also, don't eat while driving in the future. It's dangerous, as you've discovered.
So they just want a fire extinguisher. They don't want to get with them.
No.
I love how they got to put in that little extra tagline, I was in a Silver Bug with 2 women in it. That's right. Mm-hmm. I had the bug with the double women.
Double women bug. Okay. This one is from Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Guy with skid mark bought gallon of whole milk, Circle K.
Oh, God.
I was in my bikini at the Circle K.
Why? It's a gas station.
But it's Pensacola, Florida. It's a beach, right?
I don't know.
All right. I was in my bikini at the Circle K. You came in with your short shirt and your bike shorts on. They were white, and you had a pretty sexy skid mark stain in your behind. You got 11 sticks of beef jerky and a gallon of whole milk, then rode off on your bicycle. I will know it's you because you said you paid in pennies.
Wait, okay. So she counted how many beef sticks he got? And also, who says, like, you had a skid mark on your ass? Like, what?
Honestly.
What?
I hated everything about that post. My God.
Oh, my God.
And there you go. There's my misconnections.
Those are good.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Where are you taking us?
I am taking you to another part of the internet I've been spending some time on. It's still on Reddit, but it's called Entitled Parents. And there's another Reddit or subreddit called Entitled People that I'm a part of over here that I scan sometimes. But all the really good ones are in the Entitled Parents. They have a lot. It's a lot more active over here. So this one is called Let Them Eat Cake. Long ago, way back in the before time, I worked for one of those bulk warehouse club stores. My trade was simple. I was a wrangler of the Silver Buffalo and dutifully retrieved the old ghetto strollers I did. The job in and of itself wasn't the worst I'd ever had. I got plenty of exercise, got to be outside, and generally didn't have to interact with the members. Calling them customers was taboo for the most part. The thing about this job is that the company I worked for had a reputation for being cheap. Thusly, more often than not, I was on my own out in the parking lot. Big whoop, you might say. You gathered carts, you should see how hard my job is. Well, shut up. This is my story. I digress. The reason that being alone sucked is that this store didn't have just one kind of cart. Hell, they didn't even have just two kinds of cart. You had your classic garden variety cart, the kiddie cart with the plastic facade to make it resemble a car, the electric scooters, which weren't supposed to leave the store but did so with alarming frequency, and finally, the bulky, hard-to-control flatbeds. On top of that, whenever someone needed the help loading their haul into their minivans, I was the guy they called. You know, because the greeters, cashiers, and managers were all so busy. As you might expect, one man cannot be in multiple places at once, and as a result, on some of our busier days, it became incredibly difficult to keep enough carts in the vestibule. Our story begins on one of these days. So there I was, chugging along like a good worker drone, struggling to keep up with the sheer volume of people coming in to buy cheap bulk goods. Sure enough, I get a call on the radio. Top Gorilla, we need you to... And Top Gorilla is their username. Top Gorilla, you can afford...
God.
We need you... Okay, Top Gorilla, we need you to help some members load their purchases. I'd love to, but I'm barely able to keep up at it here as is. Just do it, Top Gorilla. You can afford to stop gathering carts for 2 minutes. Ron Howard, he couldn't. I didn't want to push my luck, so I complied after spending 20 minutes loading people's purchases because when one person needed it, suddenly they all need it. I came back to find my vestibule a near ghost town, save for a single line of carts that was half gone, and the Karen. I won't waste time describing this specimen. She was the prototype. You know what she looked like. There she stood, menacing, tapping her foot with such speed that could make any metal drummer green with envy. You could collect the contempt in her gaze in a jar. Karen, where are the big flat ones? I blanked for a moment. I'm sorry? Ugh, Mexicans. For the record, I am very much white. Karen, where are the flat ones? Me. Oh, you mean the flatbeds? I'm sorry, I was just helping some other members load their merchandise and haven't had a chance to... Oh my God, I don't care about your excuses. You have one job and a trained monkey could do it. I just want this lady out of my face so I don't fight it. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll grab one for you for the parking lot. You'd better. So I go back out to the lot and I find a whole line of flatbeds sticking out of a corral, blocking several parking spaces. I push them all into the vestibule while she waits, huffing about how I'm wasting her valuable time. I separate one from the rest and I bring it to her. I'm terribly sorry about the wait, ma'am. She leers at me with utter malice. Unbelievable. And with that, she dismisses herself into the store where she will be someone else's problem. I shake my head and return to doing what I'm paid to do. About 15 minutes later, I'm returning a line of carts when I see her pushing her flatbed to her Miata and jawing about stupid people, most certainly referring to me, on her cell phone. You know what she had bought? What she insisted on having a flatbed for? A cake. This wasn't even like a big cake. It was one of those little circular numbers.
That you get like a fucking bakery.
Yes.
One that you can put on the car seat next to you?
Yeah.
Yes. And they linked a photo, and sure enough, that's what it is. Anyways, I witness as she continues to yammer on about how I nearly ruined, I tell you, her precious baby's birthday party when the most glorious thing happened. Still clutching her phone with those scoop claws of hers, she attempts to pick up the cake with one hand. The plastic topper pops off and she spills the cake all over her undoubtedly expensive designer outfit. Seething with white hot rage, she locks eyes with me. You, get me another cake now! Terribly sorry, ma'am. I've got one job and these carts won't gather themselves. I walked away, shit-eating grin plastered on my face as her shrieks faded into the distance behind me. I've had my share of nasty customer interactions before, but this one really took the cake.
God.
Whoa. Wow. What's your favorite part of that story?
I want to know why she assumed she needed a flatbed cart to put a fucking cake on.
I want to know why she assumed she could be racist in public.
I always end with racism, you know? It's like that.
I too want to know why she had to have a flatbed, because those things aren't fucking small. They're always huge.
Also, they're annoying to control because they're fucking...
Right. But she then attempted to carry it with one hand out of the store. Like, why didn't she use the flatbed all the way to the car?
Right.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense. I don't think it's supposed to make sense.
Anyway, I enjoyed it, so I thought I would share.
Isn't it fascinating how especially this last year, like the name Karen has just been utterly ruined.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel bad for anyone actually named Karen.
It is absolutely utterly ruined. Like, I would say Kyle more than Kevin. Kevin just
yeah.
Kyle is definitely one of those punk ass Kyles or whatever. Like,
or Chad. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad's probably are having a terrible time.
Chads and Brads need they deserve it though. It's fine.
I don't know. It's amazing to me how it, especially because I don't know if you guys have seen that trailer. Oh no, I showed you that fucking terrible trailer for that movie Karen. Have you seen that, Sushie? Oh my god.
You have to see it.
And after we finish, pull up the trailer and watch it. I just want to know how mad it makes you because
aw, jeez,
it's fucking stupid.
It literally looks like it's supposed to be a parody. Like it's supposed to be a comedy, right?
Uh-huh.
It's got I forget her name, but she was in Orange is the New Black. She's a character on there, and I can't remember the actress's name, but it's got people in it. Like it's
a real movie.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. It absolutely reeks of, now I could be wrong. I haven't looked at the director or the writer or producer or anything yet, right? But it reeks of a white person that is trying to emulate Us, because you know how how after Us came out, or no, not Us, Get Out. Get Out. I'm sorry.
Get Out.
Yeah, Get Out. After Get Out came out, you know how many movies came out that tried to emulate Get Out, where it's here's a black family and here's these crazy white people, and it's but you're white people making this, and you're not getting the point of you're
why it's
you're literally just making them crazy, and it's not all relevance is lost because you're just trying to monopolize.
You missed the point to begin with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it reeks of that. Now, I haven't looked at the director or anything like that, but that's what it looks like because it looks like a fucking parody. It's so bad. But at the same time, it just goes to show that this past year, the fucking white women were so unhinged that they made a movie called Karen. Like that, you know, like the
begging to be oppressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The director's name is Coke Daniels.
What?
Taryn Manning. That's who the girl I was trying to think of. Her name's Taryn Manning. But yeah, he calls it a feel-good movie. What? Not even the trailer felt good. Like what? Like what are you talking about? I just love that this dude goes by Coke Daniels.
It really does feel though like it feels like a parody, and it feels like more like, because there has been a whole slew of movies that were trying to capitalize. That were trying to capitalize on Get Out, but they're completely missing the point. You know, like it just,
and that's why they weren't scary.
Yeah, and that's why they weren't good. That's why they weren't good.
They weren't good. Yeah.
He made the movie Blast from the Past. He directed it.
Wait, with Brendan Fraser?
I think so.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
It says Blast from the Past.
I don't remember Blast from the Past being directed by Coke Daniels.
Well, it is.
We'll look it up.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, the whole point being the fact that Karen is blown up so much, and that now there's a movie and it looks terrible. So
Karen director Coke Daniels scoffs at idea he ripped off Get Out. I didn't rip off Jordan Peele.
I hope he sounded like that too.
I hope so too.
But yeah, so I guess that's our Minisode conclusion.
Yeah.
So we'll be back this coming Wednesday for our season 2 finale. And yeah, I think that's it. So that's it. Go join the Gilded.
Yeah.
Gilded.gg/everyone sucks here. Send us.
Leave a review.
Yeah, leave a review.
Literally send us any stories you have of people sucking.
Yeah. Well,
It depends on what they're sucking.
yeah.
I'll read it.
Unless it's funny.
fine.
But yeah, Sam's into everything.
I'll read it.
Yeah.
I'm too nosy not to. It's a detriment.
She's curious.
Yeah.
God. Okay, we will see you guys on Wednesday. Goodbye.
Give me another cake.